Selection Sunday, people! No better time than now to have a matinee edition of Halftime Live. I'm Faith Highland, and we are checking in at halftime of today's Warriors-Timberwolves game. Golden State Warriors are leading 62-55. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm living in the bizarre world. Like, are the Cleveland Browns, good now? What is happening? Would you buy a Saquon Barkley Browns jersey? Would you bet them? I wouldn't. Well, but Jason probably would. Now, if you're like me, you're probably needing a distraction. That's why we're here. HTL, the sports trivia game show you play on your phone. Now, if this is your first time playing, here's how it's going down. I'm going to ask 12 questions. Some are easy, some are hard. What you need are fast, accurate fingers that keep entering the right answers. If you make it all the way to the end, then you're winning or splitting our cash prize. Today's Selection Sunday jackpot is worth $100. We're still a month away from CBS playing One Shining Moment. Let's see who's going to have their one shining moment right now. Question number 1. In hockey, what is it called when the referee starts play by dropping the puck between two opposing players? Drop start, cross sticks, or face-off? Now, you may remember a legendary 1997 film of the same name where Nick Cage and John Travolta play an epic game of cat and mouse. You saw it, I saw it, we all saw it. It's a face-off. And it's coming up next on TNT right after Leverage. Now, you're going to want some leverage for our next question. Question number 2. Who is the head coach of the Golden State Warriors? Phil Jackson, Steve Kerr, or Mark Cuban? Now, whenever I think about this guy, it's always about how Michael Jordan punched him in the face when they were teammates with the Bulls. Don't worry, they made up and went on to win 3 titles together. And it's none other than Steve Kerr. After his time with the Bulls, Kerr went to San Antonio, where he teamed with Tim Duncan, and David Robinson, and won another one. Now, he's head coach of the Warriors, where he's won 2 more. Dude knows how to pick jobs. Do you need an intern? Because, I'll be your Roger Goodell. Goodell fell into a great gig. Not the first, won't be the last. Let's see, we got 291 of you still with us. On to question number 3. Steve Young took over as the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback in 1991, following an injury to which legendary Hall of Famer? Joe Montana, Brett Favre, or Dan Marino? Dan Marino, of course, only famous for his appearance in Ace Ventura and nothing else. But is he the answer to this question? Well, it should be unsurprising to anyone with a pulse that Brett Favre never played for the 49ers, so he's out. But I think most everybody knows Steve Young took over for Joe Montana. The 4-time Super Bowl championship, Montana got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs in 1993 and took them to an AFC championship in his first year. He followed that up with a 9-7 and first-round loss to Danny Boy Marino and the South Beach Dolphins. Now, from Dolphins to Wolves, 278 of you are joining me for question number 4. Which of these players was drafted by the Timberwolves? Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, or Karl Anthony Towns? Now, I know Minnesotans would prefer their team to be homegrown, but they're not. Jimmy Butler's fresh off being the face of the Bulls. Andrew Wiggins was actually drafted by the Cavs, but they traded him to the Wolves at halftime of his first Summer League game. Therefore, the answer can only be the big cat, Karl Anthony Towns. Now, as you may recall, Minnesota took him first in the 2015 NBA draft, and he has been a best-in-the-league player ever since. Sticking with the cat on our next question. Question number 5. While still in high school, Karl Anthony Towns played international basketball for which national team? The United States, Dominican Republic, or Puerto Rico? That's right. The U.S., the D.R., or the P.R., as I'm sure they're probably not known. I know what some of you are thinking. He's from Jersey, which is true. But he was eligible to play internationally due to his mother being from the Dominican Republic. That's right. Towns was selected to play for the Dominican Republic national team, then coached by John Calipari, who Towns would then go on to play for at Kentucky. Wow. It is not like Coach Cal to pull a fast one like that. Ridiculous. We still got 134 of you with us. Speaking of fast, cue Run TMC. Question number 6. Which player represented the C of the Warriors' famous Run TMC trio? Chris Webber, Chris Mullin, or Steph Curry? I love a good trip down Nelly Ball memory lane. Run TMC was the centerpiece of Coach Don Nelson's up-tempo offense and starred T. Tim Hardaway, M. Mitch Richmond, and C. Chris Mullin. Chris Webber was traded to Golden State on draft night in 1993 for Penny Hardaway, but he only lasted one season with the Warriors due to his sheer refusal to play Nelly Ball. Adapt or die, Don Nelson said. Webber said, neither. Trade me to the Bullets. So they did. For Tom Gugliotta and 3 first-round picks. Who doesn't love Nelly Ball? The Googs does! I bet Googs played for Minnesota, too. Question number 7. Who is second on the all-time rebounds list for the Minnesota Timberwolves? Karl Anthony Towns, Wally Szczerbiak, or Kevin Love? Now, first off, may I say, I'm shocked, beside myself really, that the answer here isn't Googs. I mean, we know Kevin Garnett got the top spot, all right. But the big cat might catch him one day, but he hasn't been there long enough. Wally Szczerbiak was probably too busy checking his hair to have grabbed that many rebounds, so the answer's gotta be Kevin Love, who snagged 4,453 rebounds while playing for Minnesota for 6 seasons. He now plays second fiddle to LeBron in Cleveland. Roger Federer, however, plays second fiddle to no one. Question 8. Roger Federer won his first career Grand Slam title in 2003 at which event? Australian Open, US Open, or Wimbledon? Federer has had an absurd career. He has dominated the tennis landscape. He's won 20 Grand Slam titles, beginning with his first career title in 2003 at Wimbledon. In fact, he has nabbed 8 Wimbledon titles. Federer's a leader. I'm a leader. This next guy's a leader. Well, statistically. Question number 9. Who led the Timberwolves in points per game in the 1996-97 season? Was it Kevin Garnett, Stephon Marbury, or Tom Gugliotta? What a squad. I gotta be honest, I'm shocked that Wolves team didn't win a title. Oh, yeah. Chicago Bulls were busy being the best team maybe ever. Well, Minnesota was good, though, in a participation trophy sort of way. Starbury was third on that team in scoring, while the rookie KG was second, which means my man, the Googs, Tom Gugliotta, led the team, scoring 20.6 points per game that year. Googs, I always knew you had it in you. I believed in you. All right, from Googs to Gund now. Question number 10. Gordon and George Gund, former owners of the Cleveland Cavaliers, were also the first owners of what NHL franchise? Minnesota Wild, San Jose Sharks, or Columbus Blue Jackets? Someone should do a documentary and call it The Guns, a Hockey Odyssey. First, they owned the NHL's California Golden Seals, who became the Cleveland Barons, who then merged with the Minnesota North Stars. Then, Guns sold the North Stars for the rights to an expansion team, which became the San Jose Sharks. Everybody get that? Because I'm only covering it once. All right, we are in the home stretch. Let's keep it in Minnesota. Question 11. What is the nickname of Minnesota United FC? The Wolves, the Stars, or the Loons? When the team's current ownership bought the then North American Soccer League franchise in 2012, they were known as the Minnesota Stars. Now, they're renamed after the state bird of Minnesota, and that would be the loon. Who doesn't love a good loon? I'll tell you what, I also love the fact that it's money time, people. The big one. For all the marbles, the cheese, stacks on stacks, a whopping $100. All right, let's see who's still along for the journey. We have 5 of you still with me. All right, time to carry that ring into Mordor, baby. Or still Minnesota. Let's go. Question number 12. When the Timberwolves made their NBA debut in 1989, where did they play their home games? Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, Target Center, or St. Paul Civic Center? Did you know that Minnesota is absurdly cold? I'll be honest, I tried to fit a fun fact in here, but my research team died of exposure. Timberwolves actually played their first season in Minnesota at the same venue where the Vikings and Twins played, but before moving to the Target Center when it opened in 1990. For the 89 season, though, the Wolves played at the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. The man known best for losing to Nixon had an entire Metrodome named after him. No losers here, though. Let's see how many of you got that last question correct. Hopefully we got some of you still with us. Let's see. One of you! Congratulations to our one winner. Q1 shining moment. We don't have the rights? Moving on. All right, your next chance to win is tomorrow at halftime of Spurs-Rockets game. Tip-off for that one is at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Until then, I'm Faith Highland. This is Halftime Live. We'll see you tomorrow. I thought we were going to get music. We're not? I thought...